Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is October 11, 2021, and it's 5:50 in the morning. So I'm taping this video really fast because I was getting ready to edit the next two videos I wanted to put on the show, but I saw something last night on Twitter as I was falling asleep. And I said, I'm going to have to look into this. And then this morning I did look into it. So I was like, I just need to make a video about this morning and just to get this information out to you guys. Okay. So it looks like they are reporting, not just Twitter, it's being like reported everywhere over the weekend. Southwest Airlines had to cancel like over 1,000 flights, right? And of course, the media is saying it's just because of like traffic. What did they say? They said it was because of traffic control issues. So they saying that's why they had to cancel all these flights. They're having air traffic control issues. You probably are having air traffic control issues because you probably don't have any air traffic controllers. What is being said, though, in the background is that the pilots and air traffic controllers pretty much like walked out, or they walked out over the mandate. So on Substack, we have Alex Berenson, who's like a reporter, journalist, and he talked to one of the pilots who provided his identity and everything. And this is all happening fast, so of course you can't vet everything immediately right away. And he was saying that the reason you're not going to hear about it is because essentially the union cannot organize or even acknowledge the sick out because doing so would make it an illegal job action. So I guess basically like their union pretty much like they don't believe in them doing like doing walkouts. Like they don't back them up when they do things like walking out of the job. So, but this pilot also says that it's not just pilots, it's like everybody working at Southwest, but the attendants, I mean, everybody is pretty, not to say everybody, but a lot of people are very angry about these mandates that have come down. He's also saying that Southwest actually has more flexibility than a lot of other airlines that they don't want to admit because they don't have to comply necessarily with the mandates because they don't have that many federal contracts. So technically they don't have to comply. But they feel like Southwest should back up their employees. They're saying you guys have good employees, and you're not backing us up basically, and you're just going along with this mandate. Like you're telling us we have to be vaccinated and nobody's even, who's going to fight for us? Like nobody's even like protecting us. So basically some people feel like they have to protect themselves. But the news wants to make it seem like, well, they just had air traffic control. You're not going to hear on major news sites that this is why thousands of flights were canceled. And I'm seeing posts where people are like, I can't believe some of the posts I'm seeing are very encouraging because you have people who are like, I can't get back home, but I don't care. Like I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get an Uber. I will sleep at a Red Roof Inn if I have to because I want to support what's going on. And basically like, we back up Southwest and whatever, like things like that. And then of course you have other people who are tweeting things like, this is so stupid. Like this is so stupid that people won't go to work over just, basically like just get the shot, and I think that is so insane. I have seen also like PSAs with pilots, with one particular pilot saying like, this mandate is obviously not constitutional. We feel like we're going to get more risks than we are benefits, and we're being forced to put something in our bodies basically that we don't want to put in our bodies. And a lot of pilots are saying that it might make it hard for them to pass like medical exams coming up like every year. I guess they have to have physicals or whatever, and it's going to be harder and harder for them to pass. Basically, these people are worried about what kind of side effects they're going to get from something that they feel like they don't need. So, and then their union is trying to negotiate. Like the union is trying to say like, oh, they're negotiating with the company about the mandates or whatever. But it seems to me from what I'm seeing reported is that, and this is from mainstream, is that they're negotiating amongst other things how like if they don't pass their medical exams, would they be covered by like long-term disability? Like they need to change the long-term disability effect policies, and I guess so that they can be covered if something was to happen to them if they took the shot. I don't need you to negotiate that for me. Like, I don't want to have a long term disability, especially when I'm feeling good. I'm in my prime. I'm flying planes. I've never been a problem before. So now I have to worry about, well, okay, if something happens to me, at least I'll be taken care of long term. People don't want that. They just want to live their lives, you know? And of course, I'm not saying every single person who takes a shot, something is going to happen to them, but people are concerned I might be that person that something happens to me. And I don't want anything to happen to me. So for many people who out here who I've seen say, oh, this isn't going to, oh, well, y'all can go ahead and quit. People were thinking, I don't know even how you could say that about hospital workers. Like, y'all could go ahead and quit. We don't need you or whatever, good riddance. Like, you guys are tripping. You do need hospital workers, number one, but this goes even far beyond. We're seeing this now. It's hitting airlines. For the people who are saying like, oh, this doesn't matter, we don't need you. Okay, but you do need the unjabbed the same way you did before this ever came out, before some shot ever came out that was going to divide everything up. Okay. And I know people are going to say like, oh, these people are so selfish. They just need to get back to work. Why? To fly you around wherever you want to go. Meanwhile, now they took a shot that maybe they don't feel good. And not to be funny, I don't want my pilot to be I don't want my pilot to be drunk, high, or anything else. And I certainly don't want them having some medical condition that they probably don't know is going on in their body, but the symptoms are starting to show, And I mean, these are things I never thought about before. I know, but I can understand why these people are saying like, yo, I just won't come. I'll just stop working. And of course, not everybody can say that, but I'm just saying like this says a lot. And I know the Biden administration will not address this today on Monday. Today's Monday, October 11th. And I know, first of all, Joe Biden, he's not going to talk about this, period. He doesn't answer questions. He has to make it home to his Rocky Road ice cream. He has no time to talk to the American people, okay? And Jen Psaki, when they ask her about it, she's just going to say, like, yeah, we saw what happened. They had air traffic control issues. Next question, that's what they do. They don't talk to the American people about what's going on. They don't even say, yes, this is a concern. At least give me that much. At least say, well, yeah, this is a concern, that these flights are getting canceled. But these shots are, we feel like they're very safe and effective. And if people would just get the information, maybe we could come to some sort of understanding. Even BS with that. She'll just say, that's how she answers questions. Like, yep, next question. It's crazy. And then you have a president who's also saying like, yeah, I know a lot of people quit or a lot of people got fired, but look at the bigger picture. What bigger picture? What bigger picture? I've seen people putting up graphs like, oh, ever since the mandate, now, certain places are at 92%, 95% compliance. Yeah, because the people who wasn't going to take it either got fired or they walked out. So don't show me any numbers right now because you don't have the same amount of employees. So I'm just saying it shows a lot. We're not going to hear the full story. Not even from Fox News. We're not going to hear the full story. I highly doubt it. It is refreshing to see. It is. People need to get a wrinkle in this whole situation. They need to see you can't just tell people what to do and think that they're just going to, I don't know what kind of dictatorship we have started to live in. I can't believe that this is the times right now. I just can't believe. And lastly, though, with situations like this, we have to be careful, but it is what it is. But the narrative it is definitely going to get sick. It is. So I have this tweet I'm going to read to y'all. All right. So this tweet is from the Palmer Report. I don't know. Probably some magazine or some, I don't know. And they said, this attempt by unvaccinated Southwest Airline employees at crippling U.S. air travel is the latest reminder that it's a very short distance from anti-vaxxer to domestic terrorists. Wow. There you go. Domestic terrorist. Somebody's a domestic terrorist because they don't want to take experimental medical treatment. Now that makes them a domestic terrorist to want to have bodily autonomy. This is the same people, I'm sure, who say abortion is all right. Have, we should be able to have as many abortions as we want. My body, my choice. Abortion, abortion, abortion. But bodily autonomy for that. But for this, no, you're a domestic terrorist. My thoughts and prayers go out to the people, to anybody dealing with these mandates. Of course, Southwest, and anybody who's walking out of jobs, who's getting fired, just all of us. Our mental health is very important around these times. I find this news very refreshing, but also protection for all of us who decided, who are dealing with this situation, and people who basically are really taking a hard stance to the point of even getting on the news. Okay, so because they're going to try to change the narrative, and they're using special words, domestic terrorists. So anyway, guys, thank you for coming over. If you've made it to this part of the video, which is the end, please like and subscribe. Yes, please subscribe to this channel. Share this message, share this, because again, all these movements are going to be suppressed. So I think it's important to start sharing internal media. But if I get any inside scoop on stuff like this, I'm going to definitely talk about it. And they're going to try to shut down a lot of free speech. They're already doing it. We already see. So again, subscribe, like, and share. You guys have a good rest of the day. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Bye.